Hello and welcome to Saturday's edition of Cracking the Cryptic, where we have a puzzle for you called Zebra Nights by R.Mullinix. And this puzzle has it's got this rule set I really like, which is where you can't repeat a digit on a constraint. So for example, if you put a 1 on a pink line, you couldn't have a 1 on either of those lines. So all the constraints have to have different digits on them. I think this is a brilliant rule set. We've done some wonderful puzzles with this rule set. I remember one by Fenners, which actually featured in the Wall Street Journal about a month or so ago. We recommended to the Wall Street Journal. We said, this is so good, you've got to include it. Well, hopefully this one will be just like that. It's got 3 stars out of 5 for difficulty. On Logic Masters, so hopefully not monstrous. There's a Knight's Move constraint going on today as well. And anyway, I'll read the rules properly in a moment or two's time. I think R.Mullinix has appeared on the channel before, but I don't think I've ever done an R.Mullinix puzzle. I think Mark's done one maybe. So a debut for me solving an R.Mullinix. And as I say, we'll do the rules in a moment or two. I don't have much news for you today, actually. I'm going to say it's the final day for our monthly competition. So if you've been helping the short-sighted mole to deal with... Oh, I might have a picture, actually. If you've been how do I move this? Everything's in the wrong place, as usual. If you've been helping Mole to make his way through the book and solve 13 Sudokus themed on the chapters in the Wind in the Willows, then you do need to get your answer to us by sort of the close of play today. We are extremely liberal in terms of how we interpret the close of play today. And basically we say if it's still today anywhere in the world, that's fine. But you know, if you send it to us in 2 weeks, that won't be fine. So if you're on the last puzzle or two, do get cracking. If you're stuck on the last few puzzles, over on the Discord server, there is a special patron-only channel where hints have been known to be shared. So maybe that will get you over the line in time. What else can I tell you about? Not sure. I've got lots of birthdays, some of which I need to catch up on, actually. So let me look at my list of birthdays and say a very happy birthday. I'm late with this one. It was the 16th. Bo, it was your 35th birthday over there in Chicago. And I know this because your girlfriend Stephanie wrote to me and told, I think are you actually an improviser? Like, you do improv comedy, I think. That must be terrifying. I'm in awe of anybody who can do that. You've got to be, I mean, you're never going to struggle at parties, are you? You're not like me and sort of shy retiring and sit in the corner and not greatly popular. You are going to be popular because you can just talk. Yeah, Stephanie told me you love improv comedy, and also you love, is it Kodak? Your pug cattle dog mixed dog. And you've been watching for a long time. So Bo, I hope you had a brilliant birthday. Many happy returns. I hope the chocolate cake was splendid. Now Claire, we had the most incredible message from your stepson Dan. I think your birthday was also on the 16th. I have to say, we've rarely had an email so effusive, basically telling us how much he loves you and really appreciates all the qualities you've taught him. He says he wouldn't be the man he is without your guidance. I know you're a primary school teacher. He says you're kind, wise, caring, and just the right amount of stern, which I really like. So Claire, I hope you had a brilliant birthday. Many happy returns. I hope the chocolate cake was good. Next, Emily. Emily, a couple of days ago, I think it was your 18th birthday. And I know this because I had an email from your best friend group. So Olivia, Naomi, Libby, Anna, and Tessa wanted to wish you a very happy birthday. And Emily, you're one of my favourite people for sure, because apparently if they're with you at 8:30 of an evening, you will make them watch the video with you. That is brilliant. You're a legend. Emily, I hope you had a brilliant birthday, and thank you for sharing the word about these wonderful, wonderful puzzles that we get to try every day. Somebody who also watches every single video is Megan. Megan, I know it's your birthday today. I'm not sure how old you are, but I know it's your birthday because your husband Kelvin wrote in and said it would be nice if we could wish you happy birthday. So I hope that proves to be true. I think your birthday is actually today, so really I'm not late with this one. And I hope you have had a brilliant birthday with cake, of course, heavily iced. And finally, another late one, 17th. Ona. Is it Ona or Honor? Oh, actually, I'm not sure. Don't know. It could be Una even. Now, I'm going to go for Honor. Honor, you turned 25. And I know this because your wife, Karina, wrote in and told us that Cracking the Cryptic was one of your top-ranked channels for 2025. So you've obviously watched a few videos, so thank you for doing that. And I gather chocolate cake was planned. So I hope on the 17th that the chocolate cake was suitably iced and was entirely consumed. Many happy returns. Now, let's have a look at Zebra Nights by R.Mullinix, and I will read you the rules of the puzzle. What have we got to do today? We've got normal Sudoku rules applying, which means we're going to have to put the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. Knight's move. Identical digits cannot appear in cells a chess knight's move apart. So I normally use the middle cell to illustrate this. So let's look at the middle cell. If that was a chess knight, it could jump to those orange cells. And therefore, let's put a 1 in the middle of the puzzle. If this was a 1, none of these orange cells could be the digit 1, because they'd be a single chess knight's move apart, and that's too naughty for words. Don't do it, you'll get the puzzle wrong. Right, it then says, for all rules below, do not duplicate any digit within a rule set. For example, if 1 appears on a Renban line, which is a pink line, I'm guessing, yeah, or purple line, or pinkle, if you prefer. So if 1 appears there, it must not appear on any other Renban line. So that's the example I actually gave before. Now, a Renban line, which it says is purple, the rules say it's purple, so we can't, I mean, it's not me saying it. It's not me. Digits along a purple line form a set of consecutive digits in any order. So if this is a 1, these two digits have to be the digits 2 and 3, and they can be in either order. You just have to make sure that as a unit, all of the cells on the purple pinkle line are consecutive. Thermometer. Thicker grey line, it says. Okay, digits along a thermometer increase from the bulb end. So if this digit's a 4, this has to be at least 4. It doesn't have to be 5. You can miss digits out. So whoopsie. So you could do some, oh goodness me, what is going on? Can't type today. So that would be a legitimate way of filling a thermometer. And Kropki dots. Digits in cells joined by a white dot are consecutive. So if this digit's a 3, this is either a 2 or it's a 4 to be consecutive with the 3. And digits in a cage may not repeat. Okay, so there's nothing about cage totals, and indeed we are not given any cage totals. And obviously none of these digits can repeat, but I suppose this is going to come into play for the no duplicate digit rule. Do have a go. The way to play is to click the link under the video as usual, but now I get to play. Let's get cracking. So there are some things that I can see here straight away, actually. It looks to me like we're going to be roping in at least 2 sort of, I should know this, it's sort of technical Sudoku term. What are three rows like this called? Is it it might be a band. It might be a band. I'm not sure. But definitely we have got roping in these rows. What is roping? Well, roping is this thing where, let's look at those digits for a second. Now, we know, because of this rule that we can't repeat digits on pink lines at all, that these 3 digits, whatever these green digits are, they cannot be on the pink line here in box 5. They clearly also can't be in their own row, so we can't make any of these the green digit. So the green digits are going to be up here. And that means they're going to be over here by Sudoku. And this, whenever you get this pattern, it's called roping, because you can now stripe all 3 rows of this puzzle. If we make these orange and ask where orange now goes in box 5, they're going to have to go there, which means they're going to have to go there. And we'll just be left with another colour we'll make blue. So we're going to get this sort of pattern within the central 3 rows of the puzzle. Now actually we've also got that pattern going on in the bottom 3 rows as well, for a very similar reason. These digits, whatever these are, they can't go in a cage. Imagine this is a 1 and you put a 1 in there. Well, now we've got 2 1s in cages and we're not allowed to do that. So these digits are going to have to be here, which means they're going to have to be here. Which one should we do? Let's do those ones. They're going to have to be there and there. And these ones will make yellow. I'm making my grid very colourful. Now, I don't know whether we're going to have roping in the top 3 rows, but there's nothing immediately that makes me think that's the case. So how do we use this to actually be... I mean, okay, I can see one thing, and this is a bonkers thing, and forgive me for even saying it, but I'm just going to tell you it because it amuses me. I have found an extra region in this puzzle. What do I mean by an extra region? I mean an extra 9 cells. So, you know, this is a sort of region of the puzzle, this 3x3 box. This has to contain the digits 1 to 9 once each. Now, I'm going to tell you that, yeah, let's just be careful, that is an extra, that thing I'm flashing on and off, that is an extra region of the puzzle. How do I know that? Well, I know that we can't repeat digits in the cages, and I know that that string of purple is the same digits as this string of purple, so there's like sort of an extra 3x3 with its top row shunted over in those cells, which is quite funny. That probably does something really clever. Hang on. Does it do something to that digit? I don't know. I can't. Oh, well, it means that digit is in one of those cells. I think I'm overcomplicating this. I know I've got carried away. Sorry. Let's just focus on easier stuff. Okay, how many thermometer cells have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, okay, so we've got 9 of those as well. Okay, I don't actually see how to use that. But we've got 9 thermometer cells. So we're going to have to include the digits 1 to 9 once each on the thermometer cells. Now, what do we know about thermometer cells? Well, we know 1s can only ever go on the bulbs of thermometers, because if we were to put a 1 here, for example, we'd have a trouble filling the bulb. It would have to be a 0 or something, and that's not going to work. So there is definitely a 1 in one of those 3 cells, and there's definitely a 9 in one of those 3 cells. Okay, that's not doing it either, is it? Oh, Bobbin, sorry, I can't see how to do this. I'm sure there's something fairly straightforward. The Renbans, they're going to be, because each of those Renbans, each of these Pinkel lines individually, is a set of 3 consecutive digits, and there are no repeated digits on these pink lines. We know that one of the lines is going to be 1, 2, 3, one of the lines will be 4, 5, 6, and one of the lines will be 7, 8, 9. Now this one cannot be 7, 8, 9 because of the given. Yeah, and that actually gives me a way in a little bit, I think. So a question we can ask is, where is the 789 Renban, given that we know it's not here? I don't think it's here. Because if this was 789, what would that digit be? It couldn't be anything. It needs to be higher than whatever we put here. But all of the digits that could be higher than that digit, even if that's a 7, the 8 and the 9 are hypothecated to blue, aren't they? They're not going in green. So that doesn't work. Okay, so that might be a way we can start the puzzle. So the 789 is there. Okay. Now, here is a little trick you can use with white dots. A white dot in Sudoku is a pair of consecutive digits. So there's going to be an odd digit and there's going to be an even digit. Now the even digit on this pair must be 8 because it's the only even digit in this sequence. So, oh, I know what I'm going to do now. I'm going to do this. I'm going to fill in my rope. Right, that's not 9 and that's not 7 because I've got to make the thermometer work. Oh, ooh, hang on. Right, so I've now got 789 on my thermometer. So the rest of these thermometer digits are all low. Well, when I say low, they're not 789. Yeah, I see. No, it's straightforward now. This Renban, could it be 1, 2, 3? No, because then this digit would be at most a 3, but these digits would have to be, well, one of them could be 2, one of them could be 1, and then the other digit would be 0. And in fact, the roping wouldn't work anyway, would it? Because if we hypothecate 1, 2, 3 to blue, the thermometer's backwards. Because this would be 1, 2, 3, and this digit would be 4, 5, or 6. This would be a 4, 5, 6 triple. In fact, I think there was a simpler way to do these central rows. But anyway, I've done it my way. I now know this isn't 1, 2, 3, so I know it is 4, 5, 6. I know this is 1, 2, 3, and now blue is 4, 5, 6. Blue is 4, 5, 6. 4 is not there. 6 is not there. Okay, and orange is 1, 2, 3, wherever it occurs. And orange is on a thermometer here, which is beautiful. So 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. And now I'm going to use my night's move constraint. That 3 sees that cell by night's move. So that's going to have to be 2. That's going to be 1. That's going to be 3. 3 goes down there. 2 goes down here. And 1 goes down here. It's very nice so far, this puzzle. Really like it. 4, using these 2 given digits, is in one of 2 places in box 1. Oh, right, look, and this is reaching in there, so that's not... This 3 can see that one by night's move. Yeah, there's all sorts of things going on by night's move now. Because this digit, let me just call that A for a moment. I don't want to use colours because I've already got my green stripes going on. But this digit, let's call it A. Well, that's A, isn't it? Within the rope. Because that's appearing on a thermometer. So it can't be either of these, or it would be repeating on a constraint. So that one is that one. And now this one can't be this one. So this one is that one, which is weird. These two can't be the same because of the night's move constraint, and that one therefore by default must be that one. So let's label these up. We'll give those a B. And these can be C. And now C is not that one, so C is in there. I might as well record it. I mean, I've got an 8 pencil mark there as well, but let's not be shy. Now, okay, now I'm stuck. That's bad. What do we do next? This one is not an 8 by Sudoku, and that's the digit A, which is this one. So that's become 7 or 9. which makes it look like it's trying to be the same as this one, but I don't think that's logical to just assume that. Wow. Okay. I don't know what to do. I've got to put high digits, look, in the cages. Because I've only got sort of, well, I mean, I suppose that could be a 6, but 7, 8 and 9 are going to have to be in some form of these cages. I don't see it. Okay, I don't know what to do here. Let's just think about this dot, because that dot has to have an even digit on it, and it's not a 2. Can't be a 4 unless it's that one. Oh, that's gorgeous. That can't be right. Oh, I love that. I love this. Right. This is a beautiful idea. Okay. I think I've got a bit lucky actually looking at this dot. I suspect there's a lot easier stuff to find, but this dot is where I want to give my attention because it's got to have an even digit on it, and it's not a 2 and it's not an 8 because 8's already appeared on a white dot. So the even digit on here is 4 or 6. Now I could see that it couldn't be 4 in this position, and that's because if this was a 4, you couldn't put 4 in box 1 because this cell would be in the same row and this one would be a knight's move away. So I then thought, oh, could that be a 4? And the answer is no, because if this is a 4, none of blue can be 4 because this one's in its column and these two are a knight's move away from this. So there is no 4 on this dot. So the only even digit on the dot is 6. And now, this is absolutely beautiful. Because if there's a 6 on this dot, and I think there must be logically, there can't be a 6 in either of these cells. And in fact, that's going to bounce back as well. Because if either of these was a 6, it would knock a 6 out of here because of the combination of Sudoku and the knight's move constraint. So, no 6 here. 6 goes here. And now that 6 reaches back over here and says, well, you can't be a 6. So that's not a 6 anymore, which means this is a 6. Which means 6 is in one of those two by Sudoku. Nearly. No, I don't. I was wondering whether I could do more within blue over here. Okay, this digit. Oh, this is gorgeous. This can't be 5 for exactly the same reason. Now, if this is 5, you can't put 5 in these cells, so that's got to be 7. And I see exactly. Oh, this is doing loads. This is doing loads because this being 7. Well, firstly, it makes that 9, that 8, and that 7. Now, hang on. We should try and preserve our... Okay, so it makes this 9. 9 was A. It makes that 8, and that was C, and it makes that 7. So it does these. But also, 7 has now appeared on a white dot. So this, which we know has 8 on it, is now 8, 9, which makes this 7. And I think we should tidy up our pencil mark slightly. That's one of the best white dot tricks I've seen in a very long time. Where is 7 in column 6? It's in one of these two cells. It can't be there because it would be a knight's move away from itself. Okay, I don't know what to do with that. I really want to use this white dot now. I don't think I can. I mean, I know that the even digit on here... I suppose what I do know is the even digit on there can't be 6. Because I've already had a 6 on a white dot. So that's going to give me a 6. And that 6 is in indigo, which means there's a 6 in there in indigo, and it's not going to be a knight's move away from itself. And there's a 6 in there in indigo, which is probably important. I mean, there's an outrageous point I could use here. I'm going to do it because I mean, this is a little bit weird, but I know this because I've done so many nice smooth Sudokus before. I can now place 6 in box 1. And this is because you see this pattern of 6. I know there's a 6 in one of these, and I know there's a 6 in one of these. Now what we have to consider is, in this situation, is it possible that neither of these cells is a 6? And the answer is no, because if neither of these is a 6, then we'd have a 6 in one of these and a 6 in one of these. And that can't be true, because imagine this was a 6. That's ruling 6 out of here and here by the night smooth constraint. And that logic works for all of those cells. So there must be a 6 in one of these two cells, and now where are we putting 6 in box 1? It can't be in its own column, given there's a 6 here. This 6 takes care of that one. This 6 also sees that one by night smooth, so there's a 6 in the corner. And this isn't a 6. And one of these is a 6, which can't be the middle one, because one of these is a 6. So now we can ask where 6 goes in column 8, and it's going to have to be not in those cells, not in these cells, so it has to be here from our pencil marking, because we know it's in indigo in the bottom rows. Okay, that's not a 6 anymore because of this 6. So 6 is in this 2. There are 2 6s in that 2 by 2. Okay, and I can't see how to use that further. I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying I can't see how to do it. Okay, let's go back to the white dot then. Can we do better? We know this white dot has no 8 on it and no 6 on it, so it's either got 4 on it or 2. 2 is very difficult, but oh no, that's lovely. This is so good. Yeah, I was going to say 2 is very difficult, and then I was going to say, but it's not impossible. But it is impossible for a beautiful reason. So it's very easy to see this can't be a 2. Because then you couldn't put a 2 in orange, again, because of the night smooth constraint. So, but if this is a 2, this digit is consecutive with 2, it's 1 or 3, and whatever it is, it knocks that digit out of here by exactly the same logic that said this couldn't be 2. So you can't put 2 on the dot, so you have to put 4 on the dot. Oh, good grief. Right, and now, can this 4 be accompanied with a 3? No, because if I put 3 on here, I can't put 3 at all in this sequence, because the 3 in one of these knocks a 3 out of this domino by the night smooth constraint, combined with Sudoku again. So this is 4, 5. And that's a 4, 5 pair in column 5. And 4 and 5 are now yellow. So there's a 4 and a 5 here, but not the 4 isn't in that one. And there's a 4 and a 5 in here. We don't seem to know much about 4s and 5s. Right. Well, this is perfect. This is a stunning puzzle, R.Mullinix. This is a stunning puzzle, and I tell you why. I've loved every step. I've loved the fact that it's been about white dots, which seems weird, but I've just spotted something else which is beautiful. Do you remember a little while at the start of the video I said that is an extra region of the puzzle? Because in the cages, I've got this cage, and purple is that. So this is a set of the digits 1 to 9. Well, that digit can't be 4 or 5 now. That's got to be 6. And now that's 6, just using the logic, just because we know there were 2 6s in that 2 by 2. So now, okay. Oh no, it's easier. What I should have said is where's 7 in this extra region? There's got to be a 7 in it. And by Sudoku, the only cell that can be 7 is that one. Whoopsie. That one there. So that's a 7. And 7 is now purple. So 7 is in one of these 2 cells. And one of these 2 cells. But I think we can do more, can't we? So what we're saying is, okay, we've got 4, 5, 6, 7. So these cells have to include 8 and 9. And whichever one of these is not. So these digits, I'm going to actually fully pencil mark this. 1, 2, 3, 8 and 9 is what they are. That can't be 9 by Sudoku. Can we do better than that somehow? Feels like we ought to be able to do better, but I can't see how. So 3... No, that's not true. I thought I could see something there, but I can't. But that digit has to be in this extra region, this one here. It's not that one, is it? Yeah, so this is an 8 or a 9, I think. That must be right. This digit, by Knight's move, is not that digit. But if this was a 1, 2 or a 3, it would have to be that one, because this is an extra region. So this digit is 8 or 9. And that digit is one of those 2 digits. And if this is 8 or 9, that's in the realms of Pinkel. So that would have to go in one of those cells, because I've got 8 and 9 already in column 1. Yeah, that's lovely. Right, so this one can't go there by Sudoku. It is definitely in Pinkel, but it can't go there by Knight's move, so it goes there. That's absolutely forced. Now all I need is something to tell me what this digit is. So 7 is in this domino. Oh, look, this has been available for ages. Where's 7 in box 1? I don't know where it is, but it's knocking a 7 out of this cell, which is making this cell a 7. Which probably does something. So this digit is the same as this digit. This is a 1, 2, 3 or an 8. And it's not an 8, and it's not a 2, and it's not a 3 by Sudoku. So that digit is a 1. That's absolutely massive, because now that digit's a 1, this digit's a 2, this digit's a 3 in our extra region. This digit's a 1. This digit is 8 or 9, because we've had 1, 2 and 3 in the extra region. Where's 1? Where's 1 in column 4? It's got to go there. Let's put 1 in one of those cells, not in the middle one, because a 1 here would knock 1 out of all 3 of those. 8 I can place in box 2. I would absolutely love it if it gave up now. I would love it, because it doesn't need to be any more beautiful. It doesn't need to have some horrible technical finish. It's just perfect as it is. Now what sin do we need in that column? 2. That's there. So 2 I can place by Sudoku. The Knight's move takes it out of this cell. This digit has not appeared in box 1, so it's got to go box 2 there, so it's got to go there. Oh, I see, I could have got that a different way, but this is now 4 or 5. There's a 4-5 pair in column. Oh, in column 4 and column 5 there's a 4-5 pair. Okay. Where do you think we look next then? Don't know. Okay, 1 here takes 1 out of there by knight's move. So I've now got a 1, 2. I've got a 3 here. And a 1, 2 pair that doesn't seem to be resolved. Oh, no, I know what we do. Where's 1 in column 8? 1 is in one of those two. 1 is in one of these two. So 1 is not in those. It's not in those. So it must be in one of these, but it's not there. So 1 is there. That gives us 7. Which means 7 is here by Sudoku. Which means 7 is here by Sudoku. What are those digits? 4, 5, 9, I think. Let's just pop those in and see if we can do something with them. We can't put 4 in its own row. This 4 here. What do we need in row 1? 3. We haven't put 3 into it. 3, 5, 9. Okay, that's weird. That doesn't seem to be resolved at all. Okay, but we know that the thing that completes Pinkle down there is an 8, 9, isn't it? So this is 8 or 9. We know the thing that completes Indigo is a 2, 3. So these are a 2, 3 pair, and we know the order on this side. That must do something. Okay, and we know that yellow is made up of, let's actually fully pencil mark it. Yellow is made up of 4, 5, and an 8 or a 9. And we know that can't be an 8 or a 9, and this can't be an 8. And oh, okay, so yellow's special digit, i.e. the digit that's yellow that isn't 4 or 5, is this one. So where does that go in this triumvirate? It can't go a knight's move away from itself, so it's not there. So that must be a 4, 5, and therefore this is the special digit. This is the 8. This is an 8, 9 pair, and now we can take 9 out of column 3, and that's great. That gives us a 5 at the top. So 5, 4, 9. Let's take 5 out of these cells. So we get a 3, 9 pair in row 1. And what do we need to complete row 2 then? 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is a 3, 4, or 5. We've got to be careful here because these can't include 4 at all. So these are 3, 5, or 6. But oh no, I can't. I was thinking I could do that, but no, I don't actually see how to do that. Bobbins. Okay. What about this row then? 1, 5, 8, 9. Now that's restricted. That's 5 or 9. This cell I'm going to claim. 1, 5, 8, 9. I can't see how to do this. Oh no, I can a bit. Well, okay, I can see that cell's right in this row. This cell is a 5 or a 9 because it can't be 1, and it can't be 8 because of the funny knight's move rule. That gives me a 5, 9 pair. So that means these two cells are 1 and 8, and that might do something. It might. Oh, or it might not. Oh dear. Oh goodness, sorry. Oh, that's most distressing. What about these cells then? They're 4, 5, 8, 9 again, aren't they? Whoopsie. Let's put them in central pencil mark territory. Now, what can reach in here and cancel stuff out by knight's move? Don't know. Oh, okay, here's a small point. That digit can't be a 5, because if that's a 5, you can't put 5 in either of those cells in row 3 because of the knight's move constraint, and that would mean row 3 was broken, so that's going to have to be 4, which means that isn't 4. That's the most underwhelming. That is the most. Oh, yellow. Yellow at the bottom has to have a 4 in it because it's got a 4 and a 5. So I actually know where that is now. It's there. And that's good. That reaches in here and stops that being a 4 by the knight's move. So I get 4 and 5, 5 and 4, 4 here. Okay. That 5's lovely. It reaches to that one. So this has got to be a 4. That's a 5. That's a 5. That's a 4. And most of the 4 5s have now been resolved. Although not all of them. So we've still got a little bit of, well, or possibly a lot of thinking to do, but these are 3, 5, 9. So, what do we know about that? Well, we know that can't be 9. Sorry, that's totally obvious. If that's a 9, how do you put 9 in the top row? You can't, because neither of those could be a 9, so that's got to be 5. That's got to be 9. Therefore, that's 9, that's 8, that's 5. This is now an 8, so that's a 9. So that's 9, that's 8, that's 8, that's 9. Lovely. Now, this being a 9 makes this a 3, this a 9. That's a 3 by Sudoku. So we end up with a 5, 6 pair, look. The 8 here is still doing work, though. That's going to have to be 8. That's 1, that's 1, that's 2, that's 2, that's 3. Oh, deadly pattern. Oh dear. Right. We need something to be looking into this deadly pattern and fixing it, or we have got troubles galore. What is it? Oh no. I can't see it. So what I'm worried about is that I don't see a way logically of determining whether it's double 5 here or double 5 there. And there must be something, he said. Oh no, I know what it's going to be. No, it's lovely. Thank goodness. 5 has appeared on a thermo. So that's got to be 6. There we go. And that deadly pattern unwinds. Oh, that's a lovely puzzle. That is a oh, sorry, this is a special message. A noble triumph. Your zebra knights galloped boldly, stripes flashing, landing every leap with honour and elegance. They certainly did. Oh, I see, zebra knights, because we've got loads of stripes going on in the grid from our roping. That is a beautiful, beautiful Sudoku puzzle. I love that. Let me know in the comments how you got on with it. I enjoy the comments, especially when they're kind. And we'll be back later with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.